Welcome to Do Not Steal, a podcast analyzing original characters posted by their creators. An original character, or OC, is a fan creation meant to exist alongside established characters in the same fictional world.
Oh, Jesus.
What's the matter, Bisme? What's the matter?
The hands. The fucking hands.
So...
God damn it.
What's the matter? What's the matter? Oh, come on.
God.
You got a case of the sillies? Are you a couple of silly boys?
I mean, I'll say this right now. It's more original than anything I saw on Crypt TV.
That's true. That's true.
Is that an ab vagina?
Maybe.
God, I hope so.
An abgina?
There are many holes here. There's no a vagina or penis or penises where you would expect there to be one. So I'm assuming that's an ab vagina.
The Purger symbol, top middle, kind of like top rightish center, does straight up look like a vagina.
I think
Sideways
you guys
vagina.
just see vaginas everywhere.
I'm sorry, but come on.
You're obsessed. Pardon me. You're obsessed with vaginas.
No, I'm obsessed with boobs. Don't get me wrong, I love vaginas.
You're
but I'm not
obsessed with boob vaginas. Boob vaginas was your pseudonym.
That was my ancient Roman ancestor, boob vaginas.
Ancient Roman ancestor. One of the people who crucified Christ, I believe. Boob vaginas.
He was in the background.
Yeah.
Kind of just there watching. Yeah, I'll supervise, guys. You go for it.
So, welcome back to Do Not Steal, the show where we don't steal and talk about OCs, original characters created by people on the internet related to creepypasta or horror.
I remind you all that we're not going to display these in the thumbnails because that would be unethical.
Right. Instead, the thumbnail is a picture of Dead Pallet's crotch.
Yes. It will be a relevant image, but it won't be the image. So please click on the link in the description so you can observe and critique along with us.
That's right. Today we're going to be looking at horror/Slenderverse OC Macum. 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 Well, spelled backwards is Mocam. There we go. There's the hidden meaning.
Oh.
By the Scarlet Crow. The Scarlet Crow. Ladies and gentlemen, the Red Crow. Like a crow, but red.
Now, I think first, I forget if we have a technique or like a formula to this.
No.
I just want to give my very first impression, and other than the goofy ass hands, which I kind of love, the face, which is actually a mask, because it does list it as a mask with little ties behind it, which I think is actually better than the fact that I thought it was a face. It immediately reminds me of Finn from Adventure Time.
Yes! Maybe it actually, it says mask, but maybe it is made of Finn's face.
Time. Fuck my vagina ab.
Adventure Time, vagina abs. I don't know where else to go with that. But yeah, we got a goofy old smile on the dude. He's missing his two front teeth. He's got a black eye.
Yeah, and like some puncture wound above his right eye.
Probably a bullet hole.
Maybe it's only one tooth.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the very center, and it's about the size of one tooth. So I'm thinking maybe it's the Tom Cruise thing, where it's just like Tom Cruise's middle tooth.
Maybe.
Tom Cruise's middle tooth, by the way, an awesome band name. I'm not sure what the Purger symbol is, specifically.
I don't know. It exists, I think, in this thing's stomach. I think.
I don't know, because it's sideways.
Yeah.
And I've heard
it's
about...
so deep, it's hitting my Purger symbol.
God damn it. I've heard of sideways vaginas before, but I was told that was an urban legend, so...
It also might be on its back where its wings protrude from.
Maybe.
I could be wrong.
It does have butterfly wings.
Yeah, its wings are... I don't want to say diaphanous. I don't think that's the correct word, but very, very, very thin, very sparse. Like clearly should not physically allow for flight, but still, I guess, an artistic flight. expression there. I don't know.
And then I
kind
guess
of weird.
the last things to point out visually is it's got tripod legs and a big old mouth in its chest. And that
Spindly tripod legs that end in very fine, I guess, blades or something, claws.
And that is Maycom.
Froggy ass hands, even called slimy frog like hands. And yeah, that very there's like some famous creature that has that same type of mouth chest thing that I cannot fucking remember for the life of me right now.
I think you're thinking of the Mouthchester.
Yeah, definitely.
The Mouthchester lives in northeastern forests.
But
it's a
like
cryptid.
But I think it's Mouthchester 2, The Revengeance.
Mouthchester. What would that be like if people were like out in the woods and you'd say, "Oh, what's going on? You hunting for Bigfoot?" And they said, "No, we're hunting for Bigfoot 2." Biggerfoot. The sequel.
We're out here hunting for Despacito 2.
Oh God. But yeah, we've got the Scarlet Crow's horror / Slenderverse OC Maycom, and we've got the bio. Do we want to give any of our thoughts on this? I think it looks interesting. Reminds me a bit of a mime from the Mouth of Madness.
I don't know, man. I just see Finn. That's all I see.
As promised, I posted the huge OC reference sheet and bio to share with all of you. I'm so nervous about posting Macomb making 2 announcements on how awesome he seems to be and people already wanting to see him.
So there is an audience for this.
There's
a
Maycom
huge
fandom.
My OC will be huge.
It's giant.
Wait a minute,
OC.
Is that Trump as a Valley Girl?
I'm
My
sorry.
OC is huge.
It's the best OC I've ever seen.
We're gonna build a wall, and it's gonna be
People
10 feet higher than Becky's wall, because Becky's a bitch.
I'm keeping all of Becky's OCs out because they come and they steal my OC's jobs, and we can't have that.
We should have. It should have been, instead of Becky, it should have been some Spanish chick's name. Missed opportunities.
Bequita.
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 Oh shit!
I fucking hate Bequita. Like, oh my god. She makes me sick.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Quinceañera was so garish. I fucking hate it.
How? Okay.
Is it racist?
Sorry, guys. Quick aside. We need to have a discussion about this. How many quinceañeras has Donald Trump been to? Because I'm guessing more than one. He's had to have been to a few.
He spends a shit ton of time in fucking Key Largo, which is in a... Well, I don't know if Cuban and quinceañera necessarily have a correlation. So
Okay, I've got a further question for you guys. How many quinceañeras has Donald Trump been to that he didn't mean to attend and thought were for him?
all of them.
This is a lovely party. Thank you very much. I don't know any of you, but thank you.
He shows up and
dresses.
he's just like, I don't understand why there's a pinata at this bat mitzvah.
Oh man. I don't want to know what'll come out.
I'm sorry that my Donald Trump impression is literally worse than my Obama impression.
I think everybody here has a pretty shitty Donald Trump impression. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not good at it.
They'll ruin this for me. All right. So
and that biting political satire.
Ooh, yeah.
Hot
Wait,
takes.
Is Donald Trump still president when this comes out? I don't know.
Oh.
We're recording
That's a
this in
deep cut
2000.
for all of you listening. Only
We're
we'll get
recording
that.
this before Donald Trump even became president.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's how far in advance we're writing
We just-
making these things.
We just don't know how to do Hillary impressions. I mean, I could try, but
I can do a bit.
9/11.
Yes, boom.
And
You
that's
beat
not
me
even
to it.
like making shit up.
Oh,
You said
God.
that at one point.
Pokemon Go to 9/11. Yeah.
Pokemon Go to Boko Haram.
Pokemon don't go to Benghazi. They're fine. Hillary, no.
Pokemon Calm. is the person we're talking about, this OC. Let's talk about this.
Maycom does sound like a Pokemon.
Maycom.
I'll give you that.
Go Maycom!
Sounds
Use
like Machamp.
vagina
I guess,
belly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's still a work in progress, mostly with his backstory. Second time in a row we've had like a kind of incomplete backstory, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's funny that the backstory comes along later than the art itself. But I guess if you're a talented artist, you tend to focus on that more than the writing aspect.
I will say, I like through my original, a lot of my original songs. I like to write a little flavor text to kind of imply a loose story, and it's definitely the smallest part of that creative process. So I could definitely understand that.
Yeah, I remember you showed me one time you had this beautiful, beautiful orchestral work you had been making. And you said, look at this, here's my inspiration. And you sent me a text file, and I opened the text file, and it said, "Fat man fall downstairs, poopy pants, hee hee." And I was like, okay.
Well, I mean, it's the perfect 3-act structure, so it made sense.
Yeah.
But no, instead of that, he's like working on this orchestral arrangement. It's like, here's my inspiration, and he sends you a picture, and it's dick butt.
Hey.
Abysme, can you write a theme tune for Dick Butt?
Who gave you my next concept album idea? Dick Butt.
But anyway.
An epic. But I hope you will all still enjoy this OC, at least a little bit. Smiley face. I'm going to take the next part because this is short. Fun facts. He was adopted from Creepypasta Weeb for 80 deviant art points, motherfuckers. And if you open up Creepypasta Weeb, he was formerly that. He's now Crummy Juncture. Subtitle gay. So there you go. I don't know what the fuck any of that means.
So was this drawn by Scarlet Crow? Because I see Scarlet Crow has other artwork up, and it looks like this is the same artist.
I think he drew this. I think Creepypasta Weeb just like sponsored it or some shit. Like I think that's what that means. I don't know.
Oh, maybe they mean to write adopted by Creepypasta Weeb.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe. Okay.
All right, finishing my thing. Maycom originally came with a human form when he was up for adoption. Oh, okay. But I chose to make that form into a separate character. So it looks like maybe Scarlet Crow was like, I'm going to make a new OC, help give me input, and I will draw like the one I like the most. And maybe Creepypasta Weeb had the best suggestion. That's what it sounds like.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay,
Let us know, Scarlet Crow, in the comments.
Here we're going on to the next question. Why did I make him this way?
Well, let me tell you.
I made him like this because it was the first idea that came to mind.
Son of a bitch.
I personally love... What did you just say?
I said, there goes my theory.
Oh, I thought...
like, this was this audience suggestion.
I thought you said fucking bitch. I was like, what? God damn. I personally love the concept of a terrifying creature actually being a loving, fatherly figure. Oh.
Fucking bitch.
Oh. So we've got another monster that is like a father figure, like Big Daddy in our last episode.
You're right. This is...
Everyone just wants a Big Daddy now.
Okay, so this is a Slenderverse. This is like them admitting it. This is a Slenderverse OC. And Slenderman obviously has male pronouns assigned to it. Yeah, is there just a... I'm kind of joking, but also kind of positing that a lot of troubled... Because horror does attract a lot of people with mental problems. Such a thing. There are a lot of people out there who just like have a bad relationship with their dad and flock to this stuff. I'm genuinely curious.
I think most people probably have a bad relationship with their dad. I mean, I remember that old story about the prison where they gave all the prisoners Mother's Day cards to send their mothers, and it was a big hit. And then Father's Day came around, and they said, we're going to do the same thing, and nobody sent out a card. So, maybe it's just a thing that pervades all of modern America. Maybe Ben Shapiro is right. Maybe Jordan Peter... No.
Maybe the liberalists have it right for once.
The liberalists, yes.
Man, people are going to get the assumption that I hate Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson because I make fun of them. But I like those guys. It's just they're really easy to make fun of.
Yeah.
I like them. They're fine.
Oh God. You don't have to agree with everybody out there. You don't have to agree with everybody on everything. You can still think people are funny or interesting.
Even people you like, you should have disagree with them on some things. That's usually the reflection of a healthy respect and identity.
Right, and Maycom agrees, I believe.
All I'm saying is if you're a dad and you decide to get up and leave, you're just taking a sledgehammer to the family unit.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody likes a sledgehammer to their unit.
Nope.
No. To their family unit, especially.
All right, DP, I believe this is you.
Is it? Are we doing with why does he wear a mask or what the fuck?
We're on question time.
Yeah, he's a fatherly figure. And then
why does he wear a mask? Simply, his face is so terrifying it can make any being tremble with fear and fall to their knees. In order to fall to their knees well below the stomach vagina. Mm-hmm. In order to be around other creatures, other creatures? It's like Macomb just hanging out.
Universe, I guess.
I guess other creatures fall to their knees.
Yeah.
Falling to our knees.
Macomb just hanging and banging with other creatures. Macomb created this mask with extra strips of membrane, so he was more approachable. The mask makes him less scary to his young souls. Gnaughty?
Sure. It's a made-up fucking word, for sure.
In need of guidance. So bearing that in mind, why does the mask have blood on it and look creepy?
Because it's made with extra strips of membranes. Are you tired of your mask falling off of your face? This mask is made entirely of membranes, guaranteed to stick right on there and become part of you.
Okay. So maybe don't include this, but what you just did right there is the exact energy and delivery we're going to need in those skits.
Fuck you.
That's exactly what you need to do.
No.
That's it. It's that easy.
No.
Oh. Yeah, I kind of like the fact that its lore isn't just this is who he is. This is the world he shares. That's what you have to do in Dungeons and Dragons a lot. You have to kind of work within shared universes. So I think that's kind of cool.
In order to stay in the Slender Mansion, he has to wear the mask.
Slender Mansion. Slender McNuggets.
In order to stay in the Slender Mansion, you have to stab this many.
No. Don't believe him. Don't listen to him, everybody out there. That's not true. He doesn't speak for Slender Man.
Have you
ever
been
to
a
Slender Mansion? It's gonna be the best mansion. We're gonna get all the teens stabbed.
We're gonna build a big Slender Mansion on the border. Nobody will come through it alive.
No, that's what you do.
I'm personal friends with Slender Man. We're gonna put him between us and Mexico.
You put up two walls, one wall, and then Slender Man characters, and then another wall, so they fall into the Slender no man's land.
I like it.
I'm a personal friend of Slender Man. He's my best friend. I've known him for years. Trust him with my life. He lied about me. He's a liar. I never knew him. I don't like him.
I just want to see Slender Man get fired from The Apprentice.
I want to see him on the fucking cabinet as some bullshit position, and then get fired, come out with a fucking book after it about how much of an asshole Donald Trump is. I want to see that.
No, he's the Secretary of Education, and then someone comes to him, it's like, we keep having all these children that get stabbed, and he's just like, I don't see what the problem is.
I don't see what the problem is. I mean, well, that's what children do.
Wait, they get it. Goddamn it. Is Slender Man Steven Seagal?
I guess.
No, definitely not. There's no way anyone could confuse him for a Slender Man.
Slender Man was invented by Red Letter Media. We all know this.
Yes.
What does his face look like? It is never known what his face truly looks like. So how do we... Since it changes based on a target's view of what's terrifying. I was tempted to draw Makeham's true face, but thought against it because everyone has a different view on what is truly terrifying. Okay, fair enough. The concept he's set up here, or the artist has set up here, works for that sentence. That's cool.
I'm just picturing you pull the mask off and make him as like, don't ruin this for me. Anyway, what is a?
Gotta kill young children.
I think we had a thing about we couldn't make that joke on the other shows, but fuck it.
I think just on that one episode. I think never ever on Don't Steal is a bit tall of an order, but whatever.
I think you're the person who came up with that rule, and I think it was every episode, and I think you're the one who just broke it.
Well, so what you're saying is I can decide to retract it. Okay, cool.
I think I was drunk when I made that rule, and I'm drunk right now. So the rule is fluid. It's in flux.
Yeah, I'm not, because I bought a bottle of amaretto, and it's just way too sweet, guys.
Oh, yeah, no, dude, you can't just drink straight liqueurs.
No, you can't, but I don't have anything that I want to mix it with. Would it go good with whiskey or, like, bourbon?
A little bit would go good with whiskey or bourbon, but, like, at that point, you're kind of making something akin to an old-fashioned, so, kind of.
Yeah, I don't have any mixer in the house.
I mean,
I'm just mixing it with like letting ice water.
Just fucking try it with whiskey then. Yeah, no, who knows?
Welcome to Do Not Steal, where we do not mix our drinks. What is a Gnaughty? Gnati. A Gnaughty is a ghost child that is under Maycom and his purger's protection and guidance.
That's real close to Slenderman, but since it admitted to being part of the Slenderverse,
a proxy of sorts. Oh, never mind. I just read ahead.
What is a purger? A purger is basically a spirit who works for Malcolm. Malcolm, yes.
Malcolm in the Middle. That's who this is.
A purger is basically a spirit who works for Malcolm X, similar to a proxy of the Slender Man.
Can I make a purger? Can my ghost child OC be a Gnaughty? Comment down below if you want to make a purger Gnaughty OC. When I reply, please send me a note on your characters. I really want to see what you come up with. I'm always here if you ever need help with purgers, Gnaughty, and make them. Cool. And then he posts a guide about what to make. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not crazy about the art. I think some of the choices are a bit weird and don't make a lot of sense. But it really just feels like a dude who's like, let's make a shared universe together. And I think that's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, I'm all for people having challenges and group projects and everything. It seems a little bit it always seems a little bit odd to me for somebody to in general post up an image on DeviantArt and then for a fandom to form around that specific thing. But, you know, more power to you, I guess. And, you know, as I said, I'm always a fan of group projects, so go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I can't be hypocritical with like the whole Fleming unit thing where I'm just like, hey, could you just like write stories the way I write stories and put them in my universe?
It's sort of like if you put out the first Fleming unit storage story, like posted the story up and then put as a comment on the story, put, if you want to write your own Fleming unit story, you know, here's the guidelines. You know, it just seems like, you know, kind of an odd way to go about it, where you see this so often where, you know, somebody posts up an image and everybody goes, I love it.
That's literally what I did.
Well, no, but you specifically made a thing being like, we're all going to do this as a big like contest / thing. This is a bit more informal, but
I mean, you announced it before you know, did all that stuff. So
you and kind of less obvious terms have invited people to expand upon the Abandoned by Disney shared universe. So
meh. I mean, they can if they want, but comment below with your Abandoned by Disney story. Please
comment below with your
actually.
Abandoned by Disney OC.
Oh God, it's so disturbing sometimes for me that there are Abandoned by Disney OCs. It's like I don't. Okay, if you do
really sepia tone Goofy.
Yeah, sepia tone Goofy.
Really sepia tone Goofy is the. It's perfect.
Overexposed Donald.
He's already not wearing pants. So is this who is this now? Is this me?
Yes.
Basic info. Nothing. Official backstory. Not written yet. I'll just take
Damn
a few
it,
here.
people.
Full name. Make 'em. Nickname. Ata. Muhammad Ata means father in Latin. Should I just round these out Gender male.
Yeah.
Age unknown. Species spirit of the species Mundati. Male, Mundata female. Not at all mundane. Birthplace unknown, birth date unknown.
Well, so mundo is Latin for like the universe, not as we would understand it, but just like kind of the existence of everything. There's a lot of Latin in here because ata is kind of a respectful word for an elder father, whereas like pater, as in like patriarchy, is the term for a regular father. So it's definitely some theming going on here.
What is the Latin term that's disrespectful for father?
Oh, I bet you it exists. The Romans had a lot of really good insults in their language.
Well, I don't get why we're saying that this person is a male. I don't see no pee-pee, but I do see a vagina. A rather wide vagina.
Maybe there's a pee-pee in the vagina.
Oh, it's one of those deals.
Maybe.
Yeah, like a xenomorph.
So the next thing is the purger symbol, which if you click on it, has a actually pretty detailed diagram, and it's clearly a fucking butterfly or a moth.
Vagina.
Which I prefer to think of it as a vagina, but you know, whatever. Personality. Father-like. Has a soft heart when he's in the presence of ghost children, the Gnaughty, and his purgers.
Has a soft heart and has even a softer vagina.
Now, I really hope that in the next phase of Marvel movies, they're going to introduce Moth Vagina. It's one of my favorite heroes.
Highly dignified. So how come he doesn't have a fucking top hat? Or like monocle or some shit?
Why isn't he wearing a suit in the Slender Man universe? Come on now.
I imagine he comes over to the Slender Mansion and demands tea and crumpets. Highly dignified, quiet, determined, honest, gentle. This thing looks like a goddamn predator, and I don't understand. Like, it's got a scary face. Okay, does it do anything with it? Because what does this thing do other than like adopt ghost children?
Now, Abysme, judging people based on their looks. Come on now.
And their descriptions.
Languages, all. Doesn't stick to only one, so this just speaks all languages.
Cool.
Man, we're getting into Mary Sue territory. Likes
a little bit.
Singing lullabies, playing games, being around children, aka Gnaughty, and his purgatory adjudicators, aka purgers.
I guess shall I take this one to get back in the mix?
Yeah, go for it.
Fears. Oh, here are the fears. Okay. Daemonophobia, fear of demons due to them being extremely dangerous. Hadeophobia, or hadephobia, fear of hell due to being sent there by God. Hamartophobia, fear of sinning due to committing a sin himself and always regretting it. Mastigophobia, masturbatory phobia, fear of punishment due to God sending Macom to hell and removing his wings. So he's an angel? Question?
What?
Maybe. Do all angels have vaginas in their stomachs? Father Peterson, please tell us.
It depends on whether you're Protestant or Catholic.
Goal in life at this time, so it may change, to protect his Gnaughty from creatures that originated from hell and the darkness.
Ooh.
Characteristics. Height, 9 feet. Weight, 262 pounds. Eye color, unknown. Body type, toned structure with smooth, silk-like skin. 6-pack, ripped fucking pecs.
Is anybody else getting horny?
Titus vagina.
Vagina combo penis thing. Skin tone, dark gray, light blue. Hair, not available. Left, right-handed, ambidextrous.
Ooh, ambidextrous. He can do things. Both of his frog-like hands are equally useless.
They can barely grip anything because they're so slick.
Guys, I'm sorry I'm hung up on this, but you like put your dick in, and then their dick comes to push your dick out of their vagina.
No. The dick comes out where the clitoris would be.
Oh, okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's like a little bit of tucking and taping going involved here.
Yeah.
Regular attire, a mask made of extra membranes, beaten up smiley face, with a black left eye and a bruised forehead.
I really
see-
want to know why that mask is
Yeah.
what he's wearing.
That's like the detail I really want to know. Is like that's a conscious choice that both the artist making it and the character wearing it. Why? Maybe we'll see.
All right, I'll take this and I guess the next bit.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
bad, or neutral? This character is neutral. I would have thought good because they're protecting children, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Story summary. Once an angel.
Oh
Macam
shit! You right.
fucking shit. What?
Damn.
What'd you say?
You were right that it was an angel.
That's true. Once an angel, Macam accidentally committed a sin that led to a brutal punishment. His wings were removed by God, then was sent to hell for his unintentional crime. Just like that time my parents punished me, but it wasn't my fault. It actually doesn't say that. In such a place, full of trapped souls and demons, Macam took on a terrifying form to scare off any being that wanted to harm him. So we're just connecting Slenderman to the biblical version of hell and heaven. Okay.
Why not?
Yeah. Satan observed the creature with concern, knowing that a kind-hearted being like Macam did not belong in the underworld. So Satan himself may be a bit kind-hearted. Maybe Satan's not so bad, and we should write some slash fiction about him.
Hey! How many people does Satan kill in the Bible? Is like fucking zero.
That's
Wake
true.
up, sheeple.
Coming to his conclusion, Satan sent Macam to Limbo, a place that was between heaven and hell, which I wouldn't have known, thank you. Macam was baffled. What? Not accepted in heaven nor hell. He was unable to change his form ever again, forever stuck as a terrifying monster.
Oh my god.
The creature was left to roam the limbo for eternity, but he was not alone. Millions upon millions of ghosts roamed the limbo as well. They did the limbo
Okay.
under his dick.
The Gnaughty are ghost children.
Mm-hmm.
Where in Catholic dogma, I don't know if it's still true, wherever, do uncircumcised, unbaptized. Where do unbaptized babies go? fucking
The
purgatory.
priest's chambers. Is that correct?
it.
Now, didn't
Oh,
they,
and
didn't
they
they
die.
change that?
I probably did, but this sounds real familiar to that. They may have, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what happens to uncircumcised.
Poor bastards.
If you
Poor
die
bastard.
uncircumcised, you go to
You go to Macam.
You go to Macam, and he touches dicks with you. He took pity on the ghost children, disheartened by the fact that they died young and were unaware of the true dangers of the limbo.
What dangers of limbo? Isn't it just a place where you fucking go because you're not going to one or the other? Like, the punishment definitely is you can't move on to one or the other, but, like, it's not especially dangerous. It's kind of
Yeah,
weird.
I definitely think Limbo was a better game than Inside.
I don't know.
I would agree with I'd agree with that.
Is Malcolm circumcised?
Game theory! We know Luigi is, I think, or was it Wario? Waluigi? Who's circumcised? I don't know. Making up his mind, Macam made it his goal to guide, raise, and protect the ghost children in the limbo. He wore a mask to cover his horrifying face, but it's equally horrifying because it's beat up and has a gunshot wound in its head, and became Ata, dad, to his Gnaughty ghost children. Now, I should point out I'm saying Gnati, not
Yeah.
naughty ghost children. That's an entirely different story. Macam, with the help of his workers, purgers, purgatory judicators,
Purgatory Judicators.
Abysme, do you want to come in here and state for the record that you're not a purgatory judicator?
No, I totally am.
Oh, okay. Now help many Gnaughty move on from the limbo to heaven, and saved many from entering the underworld. So he helps kids get out of limbo.
Okay.
What do you think that's like? Do you think it's like a court case? Now
That
God
does sound like purgatory.
Now, God, you see, this child here was not circumcised. When, this limbo is for kids who were not baptized. I think there was a paperwork mistake here. I see there's some mustard on this paperwork.
God, this has been clearly established in case law. Circumcision has no bearing against the soul's transgressions if they're that young. And opposing counsel, this is trying to get all these naughty children into heaven.
What if the naughty children are naughty?
Yeah, I kept thinking about that,
Maybe.
but I can't.
What if they're not if they're naughty? What if they're naughty?
Either way.
What if the naughty children are naughty but not necessarily naughty?
I mean, that's I guess.
That's NAUGT HTY versus KNOTTY.
I mean, either way, we should move on.
We should.
I am just so unfascinated with this character that I keep trying to make it about dicks because there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, the theme is here, and it's kind of just being dragged out, and I don't
see. DP, what you got to do is you got to just sit back and let the dicks reveal themselves as we go, because I'm sure they will.
Well, this is a story about a big daddy, and we're not getting any dicks.
This is the story of a dick who came a river and made us all sick.
That was good. I think the issue is that we were like sold Slenderverse thing. Okay, and this will relate back to something we're familiar with. All right, now the Bible. Okay. Prized abilities, I think it's Dead Palette.
Hey,
I wanted to read about modern fiction. Anyway, go ahead.
Temporary fights, Malcolm. Temporary fights. Temporary fights. I'm doing fine, guys.
He has the ability to start temporary fights.
Didn't we talk about that in the last episode of the fucking time traveling? I forgot what the fuck up was, but it was like something altercations.
Oh yeah, something like that. I don't remember specifically, but yeah.
Temporary fights. Malcolm's wings are connected by thin strips of membrane, which grant him some flight before ripping apart. The membranes do regenerate over time, but not fast enough to make Malcolm fully fly. Regenerative healing factor, his body can be ripped to shreds, and it would heal back over time.
Except his wings.
So he's dead.
Cause God.
His wings do heal back, just not completely.
Okay.
Has venomous breath. Doesn't spit venom. Has venomous breath.
Like venom.
Comes from his mouth. Behind the mask, Malcolm's breath is what creates a purger symbol.
Of course. That makes perfect sense.
Weapons. His hands.
Oh, dude, maybe this is a commentary on bulimia.
Maybe.
Totally.
Because he purges, and then he has bad breath.
And a child dies.
And as we know, all people with bulimia go to limbo. Because God hates that.
Wait, no, they go to Balimbo.
God doesn't hate anorexics, though. Just the bulimics.
That's right.
Weapon. His hands, his needle-like wings and nails, his face. It's claimed to be so terrifying they would make any being tremble in fear. He uses it to intimidate his victims. We already know that. His second mouth on his chest. He usually uses the second mouth for eating, but he's willing to bite whoever he fights. Cool.
So he does start fights.
I guess.
He's willing to bite whoever he flights.
Yeah.
Fights.
How he kills. Maycomb would be... Wait, no. Maycomb would first intimidate his target with his terrifying face and try to convince his targets to stay away from his purgers and Gnaughty. If the target refuses, Maycomb fight with his purgers by his side. He would attack with everything he's got. His second mouth, his terrifying looks, his pin-like claws and wings, his team of lawyers, his highly trained cat, and even his spider-like legs. After winning a battle, he sends whomever he and his purgers defeated to the underworld. Okay.
I'm surprised no one hopped on how this person spelled intimidate, which is intimate.
Ah, yeah.
And
He would
that
first
actually is a
intimate
word.
yeah.
He basically tries to get real close to them. He says, "Nah, dude, let's be friends."
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's Dead Pal's turn.
Is it? Are we doing reasons to kill?
Yeah, reasons for killing you.
He kills so he can pursue his goal of protecting his Gnaughty/Purger from the dangers of the limbo. Not limbo. The limbo, as has been mentioned.
What is he fighting?
Oh.
What is the
There are
danger?
dark things. Very nebulous dark things we keep hearing about. Strengths. Due to his spider-like legs, Machem is very agile and can easily climb his surroundings. When fighting alongside his purgers, he gains more power.
What surroundings in Limbo?
I don't know, man. Machem already knows many creatures, demons, the Manai, evil spirits, etc., and most of their weaknesses. His terrifying looks can be enough to make his foes surrender.
Wait, so he has terrifying looks? It's the first I'm hearing of it. Issues. Machem's legs can break very easily since they are very fragile.
The fuck?
So
Those are his weapons.
this character needs your love and support, Abysme.
I guess.
When a creature is too strong for him, his first intention is to flee and try to warn his Gnaughty of the danger. He is very What?
It's nothing. Keep going.
He's very attached to his Gnaughty, and has a hard time letting them go. He does not believe in second chances, since he was never given one. If he doesn't believe in second chances, why does he help kids get out of limbo?
Yeah.
If any of the purgers or Gnaughty mess up, they must leave and never return.
Wow.
I'm just picturing this character going, "You have messed up! Get out of here."
I told you not to eat the last slice of bread, and you did. Now you must leave.
Maybe it's like The Apprentice, and all the Gnaughties are the employees, and he's just firing them left and right.
You came to Limbo. You didn't perform. You're out. You're fired.
You were uncircumcised before. You're still uncircumcised. You'll always be uncircumcised.
Ugh.
Back to you, DP.
Oh my god.
I know. There's a lot more, and it's all just very...
It's not that much.
It's just so...
I think it's because it turned biblical. Like you said, it kind of goes to like, oh...
And that's not a terrible thing, but it just keeps going, and it's so ill-defined. Like, it's in limbo, and there's bad things. What bad things? I don't know, fucking demons, whatever. Who cares?
Fucking like demons and shit, victims, unholy beings, creatures in the shadows, anything harmful towards his Gnaughty/Purgers. Man.
I'm going to edit that. I'm going to say Limborgs, cyborgs of Limbo. I'm going to say possessed soccer moms with hatchets. Just anything that would give me an interesting idea of some mental image of what it would fight.
Guys, I don't know how much I can deal with the term Gnaughty and Purgers.
Gnaughty Purgers.
I think there's not enough Purgers, actually.
Well,
should I keep reading?
Yeah, go ahead.
Relationship status? Single, ladies.
No shit.
He's available.
You want to find out how deep my chest vagina is? Alliances, none. Whip. Purgers.
Alliances are a work in progress, I guess.
So he's got some friends who are purgers. He's got 2 purger buddies and 2 Gnaughty buddies.
You know how you have to read these names, right?
How do I have to read them?
Well, one of his purgers is Percy Adams.
Oh.
The other is Walter Price.
And then there's also Candle Boy and Shrapnel.
Now that's
sounds like a fucking biker.
That is an awesome superhero movie I want to see. Candle Boy and Shrapnel. And I want Candle Boy to be the superhero and Shrapnel to be the sidekick.
I really...
Shrapnel, Candle Boy is is a boy in a sweater vest with the candle melting on his head, and he's crying.
Oh, I want to point out that Shrapnel is 404. Eric can't find. Percy Adams is some bald kid who's giving someone the eye, and Walter Price is doesn't have an image, but has a backstory apparently. So cool story, bro. Enemies, the Slender Man.
Oh, we're bringing it back.
Finally, we're back to shit I care about. Slender Man. Make him hate the Slender Man for killing innocent humans and enslaving them to do his bidding, aka proxies. Not only that, but the being also knows that the Slender Man can harm his Gnaughty and purgers.
Oh, fucking hell.
The Manai. The Manai is one of the most feared creatures in the Limbo. Don't know anything fucking about it, but whatever. Infamously known for their ability to cause negative emotions. Depression and insanity to almost any being. It is natural for Makam to despise the species and is willing to destroy every Manai he encounters. They make you sad in Limbo where nothing fucking happens.
Oh god. Theme songs. Willow Tree March by the Paper Kites. I can already tell that the Paper Kites are a bunch of willowy people with thick glasses. I don't even have to look at them.
Oh man, I just listened. I'm not a fan.
Quirks. Makam can be caught sometimes humming lullabies. They just get stuck in his head.
You fucking freak.
Extras. Only humans who are able to see ghosts can see Makam, his Gnaughty, and DP, get this, the Purgers. People who can't see Makam can only feel his warm presence enveloping them.
Oh, can they now?
When he is around them and hear his quiet humming. He is aromantic and asexual.
Okay.
He would be a buck if he was ever an animal.
One of the most sexual fucking creatures. Literally an alpha male.
Abysme, do you have something you want to tell us about that camping trip?
There was just so many deer orgies.
Rules when using / involving my OC. Please, nothing sexual. Then why did you give them a giant chest vagina?
Why is it on DeviantArt?
Now listen, I can...
It's like on Twitter when people are like, yeah, don't retweet this. And it's like, get the fuck off Twitter. How about you get the fuck off Twitter?
I can sort of get behind the idea of please nothing sexual, because I'm like, I don't really want to see anything sexual related to this character, so I can support that. I can support that.
Dude, there's all the daddy talk and the giant chest vagina. The fuck did you expect?
And that's not to like say it's okay that people do that, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, just do whatever the fuck you want. If you want your OC to be allies / enemies with Malcolm, ask me first. If I say no, please respect that.
Fair enough.
I don't know. That kind of goes against the whole open source Slenderverse thing.
Well, it's an invitation to collaborate, not like, here, use my shit.
Well, it's one thing if you're like, hey, let's collaborate, and the person says no, but you have every ability to go off and fuck off and do whatever you want.
Now, does this creator have permission from Victor Surge for their character to be enemies with Slenderman?
Don't even ask that question because it's obvious. Don't roleplay as him, only I can. How about you suck my dick? No.
Oh, God, you're so violent tonight. You're so violent with your words.
Well, they're just being like all bossy and shit. It's like, fuck you. I can go on Candid roleplay as Malcolm if I want.
Malcolm
on my sexual Malcolm account, Malcolm X.
God damn it.
Malcolm XXX.
If you want to make art of him, please ask me and tell me your first idea first. If I refuse the idea, it means no and stays that way. No. No. I completely disagree. I had no problem with his author until this like last rules when using my OC shit. Now I'm just like, fuck this prick son.
God damn it.
Yeah, I can understand the want.
I mean, I think they're trying to avoid certain things that probably would be understandable to want to avoid it, but it comes off, to first say, please reply below with your characters involved with mine, and then don't involve your character with mine unless I say so. It kind of,
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
Well, it's kind of like when Snuff Bomb made Laughing Jack, and then his main complaint was like people keep turning him into some fucking like guy who's sleeping with Jeff the Killer, and I really don't like that. Please don't do that. Can he stop it? Not really. Is he entitled to not like it? Absolutely.
Why? Okay, why would you get mad about someone wanting to write Jeff the Killer / Laughing Jack when you made someone who was literally designed to be Jeff the Killer's boyfriend? Like, what do you?
I don't know, man. I didn't make it. I can understand it. Like, why did I? People asked me. You people narrated Black Rice without your permission. Why the fuck you put it on the creepypasta wikia? Well, because I wanted people to read it. I can still be not okay with people stealing it, but I don't know.
So my question
You designed
is this.
a character that is literally like OTP Jeff the Killer. It's designed to bone Jeff the Killer. What? Like, come on.
My question is this, Abysme. Would you
Sure.
be okay with someone writing a story about Jeff the Killer burying his dick in a bowl of black rice?
Fucking a bag of Black Rice. You know what? Go for it. Sure.
Sounds good. So
What if he just keeps stabbing a bag of black rice?
That would be great. He's
It's
trying
not
to.
killing the bag.
I hate Abysme and I want to kill his OC. But unfortunately, I can't find a way to get Jeff to kill a bag of rice. So he just
somebody
keeps stabbing it.
listening to this, please draw a bag of black rice in a hoodie.
What if? Well, again, I gotta figure this out. What the fuck is with them having theme songs?
I don't know.
Are they wrestlers? Are they wrestlers? And they're just
Yeah.
coming out and they have wrestling themes?
Yeah.
I think it's certainly like, yeah, it's kind of a shared aesthetic or just influence, I guess. Like, here's my OC. They all have the potential to interact with each other, so here's how I help to differentiate it. I don't know.
So I guess rounding things off here, we have our grading system, our rating system, whatever you want to call it. OC, Do Not Steal. Do we think that this is original?
No.
Uh,
I think. Let me put it this way. I think the design is original, in that it doesn't look like anything I've seen in a while. But the backstory, tying it in with biblical stuff, he was an angel who sinned. I mean, that there's such a word as original sin. I mean, it goes way, way back to the story of Lucifer. So I mean, you can't get, much further from original than the story of the Bible. If you're going to be.
Well, you go to Gilgamesh.
I'm going to give the same reasoning for the last one, unfortunately, but like it doesn't work this time because I see like the Drider legs. I see the Finn from Adventure Time face. I see that like the mouth, the chest mouth thing. I know I've seen that in places. I just can't like remember it at this moment in time.
You know what? I'm thinking, well, man, what's the name of the guy from Night Stalkers from fucking the fighting game?
There's a guy with a
my
mouth
God.
in his chest.
Yes.
Morgan?
He's a skeleton guy. No. That's not what Morgan has on her chest. Morgan has tits. Big old beautiful bouncing tits.
I don't know, man. But yeah, it feels. I don't know. I guess maybe in a way because the mask really throws you off because you think it's a face, but it's not. Sure, but I don't really feel anything positive about this, especially given the story. Sorry.
So basically, we have two not originals, and I sort of have maybe a 50% thing because I think the imagery is sort of unlike other creepypasta OCs. So I would say, at least in that regard, it's kind of different. But I think the story definitely, going back to biblical stuff, makes it way less original. So I think maybe
Yeah.
2 no's and 1 half. The next thing would be character. Does this have character? And
Way too
Not
flat.
really. Not really, because it's like, what if Slenderman, who even shares a similar color palette with him, was more fatherly and didn't the children he absconds with, he does it out of love or some bullshit. I don't know. Underwhelming.
DP, character?
No,
No.
too flat.
Yeah, I don't think it has much character either. And, maybe this is a byproduct of not having the backstory written up entirely, as with the previous one, but based on what we have, I would say not much character to the character.
I don't know. There was a lot to work through there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a lot, but at the same time, there was very little.
I mean, we don't know what sin he committed.
True.
Maybe God was about to, make his decision to kill some newborn or something, like he has to do all the time, and, Malcolm, grabbed his hand and slapped it away and said, "Stop it!" We don't know.
The interesting parts are not explained, as in why the fuck does that mask look like that,
Yeah.
and what was his sin? The
Right.
two things we are not given an explanation for.
All right, so I guess last thing is do not steal. We got, is this worth stealing?
It feels like it was stolen to begin with, so sure, I guess.
I mean,
Really?
if you're Crypt TV, I'm sure you'd steal any old idea.
Oh, God damn it.
I will never advocate for theft, but yeah, I can't really get behind this OC.
No.
Nah. All right. Well, I would say that the artist is a talented artist, and
Yeah, they are.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
No, cool shading.
that would be how I would close this out. This has been OC Do Not Steal. My name is Slime Beast. We've got a Bismian Dead Palette, and I don't know how to end episodes. So, does anybody want to say one random word to close out the episode?
Dude, I gotta take a huge dump. We need to stop recording.